What's up everyone, this is Let's Talk About It with Aaron E, and that's me. In today's video, I'm going to talk about my watch collection. Now, I'm not going to go over every single watch today. I will do kind of a quick, brief showcase of all my watches to you, but I'm only going to pick 2 watches per video, and I'll kind of put out a few videos over the next few months going over my watch collection. So I'm going to talk about the pros and cons of luxury watches versus cheap watches, the pros and cons of each watch that I have. I'm going to, talk about, if you saw my video in the past a few months ago when I bought my first luxury watch, my Breitling watch, the Chronomat 40 GMT. It is one of my favorite watches in my collection, and there's a reason why I bought it. I did buy it for long-term investment, even though I believe if you buy a watch, I think you should buy it not really for, you could buy it for the investment, yes, but I think you should buy it because you like the watch. Just don't buy a Rolex that's $40,000 and never ever wear it, put it in a safe and go, well, I liked it, but, I believe in 20 years from now, it's going to be worth X amount of money. If you do that, then in my opinion, no, you're not really, truly, and to me, getting the value out of your watch. I believe if you're going to own a watch, wear it. Yes, I understand if this is an extremely rare watch, you may wear it once or twice and then keep it in a vault for years. Okay, fine. But I'm going to say if you're going to buy a watch, a timepiece, and then just stick it in a safe or stick it in a glass case and just have it sit there, great. But I'm going to say, buy a picture or print out a picture if you're going to do that. No, like to me, if you're going to buy a watch, own it. The whole point of a watch is to wear it. So yes, as you saw, like in my previous video where I bought my Chronomat, one of my favorite watches. Do I wear it all the time? No. I wear it for special occasions, but it is a very durable watch in my opinion, but it's not invincible. So am I wearing it as a daily wear? No. I am going to go over my daily wears first in this video, and then I'll kind of trickle down from my favorites to maybe to my not as favorite watches. I don't want to say that I could say I have the least favorite, yes, but there's a reason why I bought the watches that I bought. So I'm going to be going over automatic versus quartz, and what those are. Once again, pros and cons of luxury watches versus cheap watches and so forth, and I just want this to be fun. Yes, I'm still going to be doing hotel reviews, but for the most part, I'm going to concentrate on my watches, and then leave a comment down below if you're like, nope, I want to see more hotel reviews. Awesome. I might do so in the future, but if you're liking these watch videos, then awesome. Leave a comment, let me know. I'm just showing my collection. It doesn't mean you have to agree with what I have or disagree. And you can type a comment below, oh, I thought that watch was ugly. I'll be like, okay, cool, great. Oh, I thought that watch was great. Where'd you buy it? Most of my watches I bought at Macy's, or usually during the holidays where there's discounts. I'm going to go over my top daily wears that I wear the most. A Fossil watch and a Michael Kors watch. They're one of my favorites. I'm going to say one of my favorite daily wears. Once again, I'm not wearing a watch every single day. I like to alternate it up from time to time, kind of have an even wear of watch. I realize that I've had watches for years, and when I always wear the same watch, and now I look at it now, there's a lot of maintenance I have to do to it. So that's why I have different watches. I love my collection, and I want to be able to go share that with you and go over it. So please hit the like and subscribe button down below if you haven't done so already. It helps me out in a big way, and I'm going to get into this watch collection. Alright guys, so I want to be able to start out with my 2 most daily worn watches. This is the Michael Kors watch and my Fossil watch. I'm going to start with my Fossil watch. It is the Fossil Dean 45 millimeter. This is the case is, Fossil's always had these kind of metal cases, type of cases for years and years. They've never really changed. You know, I do believe people get into watch boxes, and there's a reason sometimes why they buy a watch, but quite frankly, I'm not a huge person that gets into buying a watch also because of the box. Yes, it's a benefit. I know the Breitlings, they have travel cases with them, but, you know, to me, I'm not going to say, oh, I don't want to buy a watch just because of I don't like the box. This is one of my first kind of luxury watches. I'm going to say entry-level watch. This watch was, I think, maybe around like $110 or something like that, like $140, but like I think I got it for $80 from Kohl's, and I'm sorry, from Macy's. Apologize, from Macy's, and you know they had I always buy a watch when it's on sale and discount. So 45 millimeter, probably one of my largest watches that I own. It can nick a lot and kind of get scratched, but you know what watch doesn't. This is a very easy deployment clasp. As you can see, very easy to open and close. The one thing is you've got your start for your timer over here, which is actually really not too bad. Pretty simplistic. Press it again with the firm click. I'm sorry, on the bottom. Apologize. Your bottom is your timer. Once it makes a full revolution all the way around, 60 seconds, then your timer over here at the 9 o'clock, that's where it starts to indicate your timekeeping. So pretty simplistic. Press it again and press the bottom crown, and then it will reset. So this is really a nice watch that I like. The one thing that I can say that I kind of like the most about this watch is right here in your clasp, you can actually pull down on the pin. Now it's kind of hard since I'm wearing gloves, but I can show you. Here's this pin right here, and if I press it down, you can remove the watch very easily. Take the band off. I think that is absolutely genius. I think that is probably the reason why this is one of my most favorite watches. Sorry, this is a little hard wearing gloves, but there's a reason why I think that is very smart. Just even with gloves, just got this back on there. Very easy to use. Like I said, I think maybe like around under 150. I think it was 140, and I got it for 110. But this is one of my favorite watches as a daily wear. I'm going to put it down. Actually, what I'm going to do is put it on my wrist, just to be able to show you how it fits on the wrist. Sorry. So you can see there. Really not bad. Gonna zoom in a little. So you can see. So 45, a little large for my wrist. I can say this does come over the wrist a little. I'm going to say this. I don't know if it's really a 45 to me personally. I think it's a 44, but they do claim it's 45. I'm not really going to start going into every single diameter, you know, lug width and exactly 39 millimeter, 45 millimeter. No, I just kind of, you know, if you actually want to know that info, let me know and I'll go over it. But for the most part, you know, I'm just going to mention what its diameter is, the millimeter, and then kind of talk about the watch. So, but one of my all-time kind of daily wears, and I love it just for how light it is and how inexpensive it is, but yet looks very attractive, and everyone says, oh wow, you have an amazing looking watch. So that is one of my watches. Second one is going to be my Michael Kors. This is the Michael Kors. Both of these watches, by the way, are quartz. They are not automatics. I only have a few automatics, and I'll go over that more towards the end of kind of the series, if you will, of my watches. But this is my Michael Kors watch. This is one of my nicer watches. This was around $280, but Black Friday I got it for like $160. This is a few years ago. I don't know if you could still get that price anymore in this watch, but if you do, you could usually screenshot this and then Google AI search it, and it will come up and tell you the exact make and model. But this watch to me is one of my favorites. The box is not bad. You know, for a little bit more of a luxury designer watch, if you will, say it's not too bad. But you know, you are kind of paying for what you're getting. Once you start going into these really higher end watches, that's when, you know, you'll start to see a little bit better craftsmanship on these watches. This is the MK8868 watch. If you look it up for reference, this is the rose gold. This is to me a beautiful watch. I love the band here. This is fully adjustable. Pull it off, comes off. You can, with a little pin, get into here, pull this, pop it up. I'm not going to do it just because I have this adjusted, but you can get a pin where this hole is, pop it up in this direction. So put a pin down and pop up like that, and then this will allow you to adjust it to where these rivets are, and then you just put it in place, and then press all the way down to feel it click, and then it locks back into place. Love this mesh metal band. This is a stainless steel, but I'm going to say, to me personally, stainless steel, I've seen it on refrigerators, on certain products everywhere, and I don't think stainless steel to me is absolutely perfect. You do have your date window. You do have your start and stop, and when you hit your start and stop button here, it's a firm click, and then this is your timer on the bottom. It's going to start to tick. Once again, just like the Fossil, once it makes a full rotation, you'll start to see in your 9 o'clock, when it starts to make a rotation, that you've gone through a minute with a 30-minute timer. So I'm going to see if I can get a little bit closer so we can see detail. There we go. So this is your 24-hour marker over here, your date window. Once again, your timer 60 seconds, and then over here you'll start to see it at your 9 o'clock window when it will start to change. So I'm going to stop it here. Stops. Oops, sorry. Stop it here and it stops. Press it. It's going to make a rotation and go back to 0. So I absolutely love this watch. Now, versus my other watch, as you can see, it is quite similar, but believe it or not, this is once again a 45. I believe this is a 43. Don't quote me 100%, but once again, if you go online and look it up, you can see what it is. The material is very, very well made. I've actually kind of been a little rough with this, and there's only a few nicks. As you can see, it's really not bad. This maintains very well. So I just wanted to be able to showcase this watch. I think it's absolutely beautiful. I think it's very easy to actually put on. People say, oh, is it hard? No, it's actually easy with this mesh strap to be able to, mesh band I should say, to be able to put it on the wrist. So I'm going to put on the wrist real quick to give you a wrist viewing. So as you can see, I'm going to see if I can kind of do this at the same time. I'm going to try to. Takes a little bit of practice once you get it on the wrist. What you do is you take the two clasps and you try to align it to the clip that is here. Actually, no, I'm sorry. There's a smaller clip, and that's below it. So that's below it right there. I had it on top. Then you press down till you feel a click, and then the watch is on. This is a little bit looser for me. Sometimes I like to wear my watches a little bit loose. Sorry, didn't mean to hit the camera there. I'm going to show you. So this is the watch on wrist. Not too bad. And I think it wears quite well. Once again, going through like 43 and 44 millimeters, 45 millimeters. I believe this is a 43. Fits my wrist quite well. I do have small wrists. The glare, as you can see, it's not too horrible. I do think the Fossil actually has a little bit of a better glare. Personally, I think it's not as sharp. So I will say that's where the Fossil can be a little bit better. But this Michael Kors I still think is a stunning watch, and I think it was maybe $250 once again, something like that, and I got it for like $185, something like that, Black Friday. So don't know if this model's still out there, but I'm sure you could look it up. Once again, if you want to screenshot this and then Google AI search it, it will come up with the exact model. I do apologize. I just don't know the model off the top of my head, unlike the Fossil. But I'm sure, once again, if you look up this rose gold with gray accents watch, I think you'll think it's really cool. So just wanted to be able to showcase you my two kind of daily wears that I like to wear. I'll be going over my whole entire watch collection. I'm going to put both of these together next to each other in the bin, just so you can see. I'm going to move this a little bit. Just so you can both kind of have a view side by side. And yes, it actually does. Michael Kors kind of looks, maybe to you, might look bigger, but still the Fossil is still bigger, believe it or not, and it's just by a few. I'm going to do this very gently. Sorry. But just showing you them both next to each other. And you can see how they are. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed this introduction video to my watch collection. Like I said, I'll be reviewing all of my watches, but these were my two kind of most daily wears. So typically I'm always cycling these two watches a lot. I wear them the most versus my other watches. But, like I said, I'll be going over the rest of my collection, and once again, as I said in the beginning of the video, if you haven't seen my video on my Breitling, go ahead and check it out in my video collection. That was on my Chronomat GMT black Breitling watch, and it's one of my favorites. So guys, once again, if you want to see more videos like this, leave a comment below. If there's a watch you like or a watch you don't like, no problem, let me know. And it's just good to know these things. But this isn't, this is just my collection, and I'm talking about it. You might say, oh, hey, I like that watch. Where did you get it? You know, and how much was it? And I'll leave a comment below. I don't know the prices of all of these watches off the top of my head, but eventually I'll try to get the info for it. Most of these watches I have bought at Macy's, and usually I wait until I get good deals on them. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Once again, hit the like and subscribe button down below if you haven't done so already. And I hope you guys are going to be safe out there, and look forward to seeing some more awesome watch videos and then eventually hotel reviews. So guys, be safe and enjoy your day.